Welcome back, rugby fans, to Rugby411. As always, I'm your host. My name is Joshua Shibata, and I know it's been a while since I've done a rugby video. It's been a little slow. Things have kind of slowed down a little bit with American rugby until we get to the later fall months. I mean, we have the Rugby World Cup Last Chance Qualifier Series that Team USA will be part of. We have, of course, the Women's Rugby World Cup that's coming up in a couple of months. We have some huge Rugby Sevens events coming up, including one that is going to be right here in beautiful Los Angeles, California. And also, I've been a little bit busy with some personal stuff, a little bit into my life. Just came back from San Antonio. My younger brother just got married. Congratulations to Andrew Shibata and his beautiful wife, Hey Young Yi. So, been a little bit busy. But now we are back with some rugby, finally. And as you guys know, the purpose of this channel is to help grow the sport of rugby in the United States, to give you guys information of a lot of great events that are coming around that you may not know about. And I try to pick a lot of events that also are easily accessible. Not only can you go to these events, attend these events, but you can also watch it on some sort of platform on the internet. With the beauty of technology, it is really right now truly a great time to be a rugby fan. No longer are you trying to scavenge the internet, trying to find some sort of link to watch some of these events. These are rather easy to do. So, as you guys know, I am a huge fan of Rugby Sevens. That's how I got into rugby. Today we are going to be talking about RugbyTown Sevens competition. This is actually the 10th annual, or at least the 10th edition, because unfortunately they didn't have a RugbyTown Sevens tournament last year because of COVID. This is going to be the 10th version of RugbyTown Sevens, a huge internationally competed Sevens tournament that involves teams from all around the world, not just based in the United States. At the prize for the winner is $10,000, so there's some monetary value for this tournament. Also, too, there is a special military championship, which I'll get into a little bit, because there are teams representing all the branches of our armed forces here in America, because we actually have a very strong, proud tradition of rugby with our armed forces. So that will be part of this RugbyTown Sevens. For those of you who can attend, this will be taking place at the Infinity Park, the field where USA Rugby calls home, in Glendale, Colorado. So if you're in the area, highly recommend that you pick up some tickets. I believe tickets will be on sale. It is a 3-day event, because that is the beauty of Rugby Sevens. It is a multi-day event, usually with these events hit town. August 19th through the 21st, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday this week. I know, cut a little close with this review video, but this is the quickest I can get it out. But RugbyTown Sevens, we're going to go into kind of a bit detail of all the teams that will be participating and why you should take interest in it and how you can watch it as well. So, again, this is the 10th edition of RugbyTown Sevens. It has a lot of tradition in having some amazing players from the United States and, of course, around the world taking part in this tournament. Some future superstars have grown out of the RugbyTown Sevens tournament, including Perry Baker, who is one of the fastest men on the planet. I believe he still has the most tries scored by a USA men's player in sevens competition. We also have former USA Eagles Sevens captain Madison Hughes, who now has been playing in Premier Rugby Sevens League here in the United States. And of course, a huge force for the Seattle Seawolves, Martin Iosefo, who's also had a huge part in playing with the American Eagles Sevens team as well. So again, a lot of players who cut their teeth in RugbyTown Sevens have gone on to become USA Eagles members for the Sevens team. So the beauty of watching this competition is to see some of the kids or the boys that are playing in this tournament who will now go on in possibly becoming future Eagles members. So there are 4 pools, 5 teams in each pool. We'll go over each one. As I mentioned before, there is a pool, that's pool letter A, popping up right here, that is made up of teams representing different branches of our U.S. Armed Forces, including the USA Coast Guard, U.S. Navy, the All Marines, the All Army team, and the USA Air Force. So the way that this works, all the teams are competing to make it to the RugbyTown Sevens Championship, specifically in Pool A with all the armed forces. The top 2 teams, not only do they qualify to go into the Final 8 playoff bracket, but those 2 teams will fight for the USA Armed Forces Championship, which last year's winner was the U.S. Navy, who broke the 7-year winning streak of USA Army. Yes, Army has the most USA Armed Force Championships, 7 in a row from 2013 to 2019. Technically broken up by the pandemic, but the USA Navy are the reigning champions from last year. The very first USA Armed Force champions were the Marines. So, yeah, so Navy will be defending it. Army, will be wanting desperately to reclaim that championship. Moving on now to the other teams, non-armed force related teams. Let's go to Pool B first. First up, you have NAV Sevens, which stands for National Athletic Village. It is a group that was formed in the Carolinas back in 2019, representing a lot of the premier athletes in that area. A couple of people that have come out from there that you should know, Corey Jones and former LA Guiltini's DeMonte Noble. Actually, he might still be a Guiltini. We'll see how things work out. But also a Eagles Sevens member, Corey Jones, a huge force for the elite team the experts team in Premiership Sevens. So 2 huge names that are former NAV Sevens representatives. Then you have Team Germany. Like I said, this is an international competition. You have teams from all over the world competing in RugbyTown Sevens. Team Germany is the actual national German Sevens team. They actually have a very strong team. They did some really great stuff recently in the HSBC World Rugby Sevens circuit. They came close to winning the Challenger Series, but unfortunately just fell short. But Team Germany is a really talented team, a team that has a chance to make it to the finals at least. Then you have Barbados Sevens, which is the national Barbados Sevens team. And then you have the Guerrilla Rugby, which is a Barbarian style. And if you don't remember, if you haven't seen my video about what Barbarians mean, Barbarians is kind of like an invite-only all-star group of players. Kind of think of mercenaries, but the word we use is barbarians in rugby. So Guerrilla Rugby is an invite-only international team. Founded in 2018, they have players from all over the world, mostly focused on the United States, but Guerrilla Rugby is one of those teams. And then you have the Casa Novas, led by head coach Ryan Matias of the San Diego Legion, who just recently announced his retirement from international competition. He is a former USA Eagles member. The Casa Novas, they put down in their little blurb for the RugbyTown Sevens website, which is really cool. They're playing in honor of Cal Bear player Robert Paler, who in 2017 during the Collegiate National Championship suffered a broken neck during rugby play. He was paralyzed from the neck down. There was fear that he would never be able to walk again. 3 years later, though, with the help of the Craig Neuro Rehab Hospital in Denver, Colorado, Robert Paler was able to walk across the Berkeley stage to pick up his diploma. The Casa Novas have started a fundraiser to help raise money for the Craig Neuro Rehab Hospital in Denver, Colorado, and they play in honor of players like Robert Paler. I think that's awesome. So another reason to root for the Casa Novas. Again, led by a great player in Ryan Matias. So that is Pool B. Moving on to Pool C, we have the Cannibals, the Akuma Cannibals, formed in 2010. Again, another Barbarian-style team. They were founded by the Kuma Rugby Company, which is London-based, based in Coventry, England. Some former players that were Cannibal members, including Bailey Wilson and Chad Go. Both of them are Utah Warrior players in MLR. We have the Tel Aviv Heat. They are the first pro rugby team of Israel that is playing, founded just last year. So they will be the new kids on the block. You have the British Columbia Bears, which is obviously based in British Columbia, Canada. You have the USA Under-23s team, which is basically a recognized USA Juniors team made up of the best of Under-23 players in the United States. They are captained by Colton Correaga and Ben Pinkelman, who is a current Eagles Sevens member, great player. He's also played in RugbyTown Sevens, so he has a lot of experience. And the USA Under-23s team, again, a team you definitely want to watch out for because there's a great possibility a bunch of those boys will soon become Eagles Sevens members, or even Eagle 15s members. We'll see. And then you have the Socal Griffins, which is a very interesting team. One of the oldest rugby clubs, formed in 1937 by legitimately the actor who played the very original Frankenstein, Boris Karloff, founded this rugby team in Southern California in 1937. They have a very rich history, not only in California rugby, but in all over the country. Former players for the Socal Griffins include Mikey Teo and Big Joey Taufeete. If you watch MLR, you know who those two guys are. Mikey Teo and Joe are both also former Eagles members, are current Eagles members as well. Then we move on to the final pool, Pool D. You have the Lions Sevens. It's a Sevens team based out of London. You have the Tsunami Barbarians. Again, a Barbarian-style team founded by Tsunami Sports, which is a eco-friendly sports company. They make an eco-friendly apparel for sporting teams. You have the Santa Rosa Rugby Club, founded in 1971, based in Sonoma County in Northern California. You have the Rambling Jesters, who are, again, another London-based team. They placed third place last year, and they are the 2019 RugbyTown Sevens champions, so they'll be coming in with a lot to prove. And then you have the Denver Sevens Selects, which is a elite rugby team based in Denver, Colorado, which is the hometown team. USA Rugby sponsors them. A lot of USA Eagles members were Denver Sevens members at one point. The before-mentioned Martin Alasefo, the before-mentioned Ben Pinkelman, Kevon Williams, and Cody Melfi, all former Denver Sevens members. Denver Sevens are two-time RugbyTown Sevens champions in 2015 and 2016. They will definitely want to do their best to try to get a third title. So, once again, you have these four pools. The top two teams will move on to the 8-team quarterfinals, and then it's knockout rugby to finally place the winner. And the winner gets not only bragging rights, but $10,000. If you want to watch this exciting event, and I highly recommend it, you can log into RugbyTown7s.com. That's the official website of RugbyTown Sevens. They will have a live stream on there. Can't say for sure that it will be archived for later viewing, but it will be there. It starts August 19th. I believe first game kickoff is 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If that is not correct, I will just blurb the correct timing on the bottom. But I believe that is the time that the first game will kick off on Friday. And another great reason to watch this is, of course, my man, the voice of rugby for me, down in Stanford, will be commentating throughout the whole entire event. If you've never heard him, he is the master of the one-liners. He is such an incredibly witty guy and a really cool dude. So, highly recommend again, check out RugbyTown Sevens, August 19th through the 21st. Again, if you're in Denver, Colorado, or Glendale, Colorado, highly recommend you pick up tickets to watch it, at least for one of the days. You will, again, guys, if you've never watched Rugby Sevens, highly recommend it. If you love rugby, or if you've at least enjoyed rugby, you will love Sevens, in my opinion. It's such a fun game. And then, again, watch this, RugbyTown7s.com. rugbytown.com. And that's pretty much it. So I will be enjoying that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It has been a while. It's good to see you guys. Again, we will be doing more videos because we have a lot of things coming up in the next couple of weeks. So again, hope you guys enjoy the rugby, and I'll see you on the pitch.